A team that's had no difficulty getting to grand finals, converting them as a different beast. Their 5th grand final, and Vitality are on the ropes, as Chad has highlighted. It's a double kit pistol. Perhaps it wasn't a mistake, Chad.
Very, very
going in
curious.
again.
Yeah.
We're going in again.
Very strange to see, but let's get this one underway. Smokes and Molotov is... Oh, action already. Flamey's caught off guard. RPK takes him down. Electronic tries to trade, and that's a double for RPK.
That's a great start. It's actually body shots. Now simple, fully flashed. Okay, Vitality. You want to rush this one to its conclusion. Boomich and Perfecto, they are together. There's 4 CTs staring at them. They'd need to start hitting some good long-range Glock shots. Then it's not quite materializing, and Boomich, you'd have to hope and pray.
Yeah, this would be quite the 1v5 from Boomich here, especially with no armor, a Molotov, and 47 points of health. The time's good. The bomb, that's even better, but look at this, straight into him. Hello.
Hi, guys. I've changed my mind.
Can I take that ladder drop back?
I'd like to go somewhere else, actually.
Okay, well, flawless start from Vitality there. Everybody's staying alive. And RPK, he's going to have to be a pillar on that B defense. Be him and Masuta over towards the B bomb site. Do some shocks over towards A. Zywoo helping him out, and Apex in swing all over the map. Now, the buy coming through from Vitality. Of course, the famous for RPK. A couple of MP9s in the mix. Oh, make that 4. So 4 MP9s and 1 rifle as Navi are just going to limp in with an interesting buy. You can see Electronic going all in, whereas the other members of the team haven't invested that heavily.
It might lead to a misread of the economy if Electronic charges around with an Armored Tech 9. Like that.
That's a great start.
Oh, okay. Armored Tech 9. Like that.
That's a great start.
Oh, okay.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my. 1 bullet. Apex still vulnerable, and Electronics opened up the site. The man, the myth, the legend. The nade's not good enough. He lives with 3 HP. The absence of armor felt. Perfecto, solo. Zywoo would need to be the hero. We haven't had that hero moment yet. Simple's been stealing all of the limelight, and he's been spotted now. And Zywoo's just looking to hold what little he has. This Simple from behind, though. Timing is everything.
He's awares. He thinks something's up.
That's a great Navi round. They only use an Armored Tech 9 on Electronic and crack that site wide open. Flamey with the frag as well, his first of Overpass. But Navi, yeah, they're about to deny it. A stylish Deagle could finish the job. Zywoo has escaped. Oh, has he? Has he?
Oh, no. That is absolutely miserable stuff from Vitality. Couldn't even hold on to 1 saved SMG.
Oh, they have just... What an anticlimax for the Vitality camp.
You get pissed. All right, boys,
nice.
we're doing it.
Let's go.
Let's get this. Come on. And now 1,400 loss bonus. Oh, we'll force buy, I guess.
Electronics just killed you with your own teammate's weapon as well. He runs out of bullets, just finds and scavenges an MP9. Boom. Okay, well, this is an important round. As I state the obvious, Vitality fully invested, down to the goose egg for 4 of them. Ooh, the nade's lovely. Flamey takes a heavy chunk, heavy burden to bear for the rest of round 3.
4 players over towards B, so there's a positive for Vitality if we're looking for very few of them.
Yeah, I need a silver landing, Chad, at this point.
I said we weren't doing silver.
Not for Vitality. They can't handle that. Doesn't look like they'll be able to control their fate at this rate. It's Navi determining it for them.
I have 4 smokes left, so this is pretty good with 1:15 left on the clock. Flamey is a little bit threatening, and if they lurch forward, they can even flash on this push. We saw it work perfectly for them the other day against Heroic.
Oh, he's no idea. Boomich has no idea. Shocks can come out for a freebie. He's lost Masuta, though. A string to his bow. Flamey being flanked on the reload. Big frag from Apex. You're right, RPK manages to convert. Bomb retrieval now for Perfecto, a priority. And look at Electronic taking so much space. It's 2 1v2s, essentially, depending on how these CTs pivot. Zywoo's the one that's gone for the mission of the potential flank. So nice that Vitality are cognizant that it's a threat. Does Perfecto bring the bomb?
Seconds. He's going to have to get a move on here. They haven't cut off the connector rotation, so that's good. But Electronic, if he goes down, there's the real problem. Zywoo playing quite passive and now taking a step, and that is a great shot.
He had to just take that extra moment to guarantee the headshot, but now Perfecto's job becomes infinitely harder.
Save.
Yeah. With 20 seconds, he's barely got time to clear the site by the time he's planting the bomb. Is he really going to give it a go? He'd have to win out versus Zywoo. 15 seconds. He opts for long. 10. No chance.
He just needs to live right now. They can make a buy work, so he's going to get away with it.
Fires off the shot. Zywoo's a little interested, a little intrigued.
And they're going to hold on to their scavenged weapons here. But it's not great for Vitality with what they picked up, because look at the money for Navi. Everybody can get AK-47s. Perfecto can even drop one across. So at this point, the buy is going to look very, very good for Navi going up against Vitality, who, sure, they've bounced back with a round of their own, but I'm sure they'll operate with a couple of these MP9s. They're actually going to be at the weapon disadvantage, but the force buy wars are still on.
Yeah, but if Vitality, and it's a big capital I and F, if they convert this, they will truly have control of the Overpass start. One final early test for Vitality to seize control of a map they need. More flame. Shox takes it as a cue, and he charges into Underpass, seizing control of the round. He's taken down Perfecto. He's taken down their info in middle. They're now divided. A house divided, if you will. Flamey is leaning Monster. 3 of them heading longside. Shox right between, sandwiched between the 2 prongs of the Navi assault.
All right, well, they've just thrown some nades over towards long right now. That might draw out the rotation, and you can just see how many ants are in the pants of Vitality. They're very active in this one. Sewer was clear. They've been able to get out of connector, and they still have 3 players planted over towards this B bomb site. In rotation will be Apex. He's now used his last bit of utility. And Zywoo's pressed forward. It will be a B finish, and there's a chance right now for Navi to isolate this. It's going to be difficult to get in. They're only working with a smoke, 2 smokes, a flash, and a Molotov. It's not a lot.
Oh, Masuta's jiggle actually been spotted out by Electronic. He knows exactly where he is, and his Molotov will force the fight.
Rotation from Apex is miles away now. He's even searching for more information, so it's a 3-on-4 on the B bomb site.
Shox tucks in. The utility was enough of a cue. Masuta's gone down. That's the start. Does the wall start to fall? RPK's only caught 1.
There's the flank.
Big frag from Apex's flank. Shox tucks in on the flash. His vision will be restored in time. Electronic's hunting him. An AK upgrade, but that's a big frag. Electronic adjusting. Zywoo finds him. They have the advantage and they convert Zywoo. A crucial double. And the CTs wave goodbye to Navi on round 4. That's big. That was all the AKs gone. They weather the storm in the bonus, and they even bring 2 AKs into the 5th.
Yeah, that's going to do a lot for Vitality here. They have a chance to start mounting a little bit of a CT bank. To come out on top of the force by wars against Navi is never easy, and there you go. You can see what that one means. They're getting fired up in the room. They've got the energy. A bit of a facepalm there as an early kill from Shox was quite the heroic moment, pushing through the flames, taking a huge risk. I think that's probably a lot of what the coach would have been saying after some of their moments on the last 2 maps. Guys, we've got to start fighting them. Start taking the jewels to them, playing with a bit of swagger behind them. And Navi are just down to these pistols. You can see there's no armor behind this. Flash in Boomich's hands. But they need to be able to force back a bit of room here.
Oh, very viable shot for Simple. Doesn't connect. Whistles past the era of Shox. He's on notice, though. Timing on the peak. Zywoo. Oh, that's fine. Simple. An important one. Getting him off to a flying start. Nade looks great. Electronic gets forced forward. He still takes Zywoo down before he falls, though. No issues for Shoxy here. Another $600 found into the belly button of Perfecto. Just plucking out all of that lint and making a profit. One more does put Shox on the floor. 4-1, Navi. They are 2-0 up in this best of 5, as we already framed it. Vitality. Getting a CT strong start is compulsory, but we've seen how that can get taken from them, and on Dust 2. On every map, actually, so far.
Well, right now, the buy for Navi won't give them an AWP. There wasn't enough cash to do so. It will just be AKs, maybe some Galils in the mix if utility is a priority. There you go. You can see 2 Galils. The nades are out. Simple even on one of the Galils. Make that 3 Galils. Oh, dear. Good nade as well. This is great damage over towards A.
Looking good. Looking regimented. And looking coordinated. Vitality don't seem too thrown off by this monstrous. Oh my god. Shox is going to get them both. That's the bomb. Get out of Underpass. He's getting hunted. Simple wants him and he finds him. Stabilizing now. Masuta can't afford to go down. That's a big frag on Flamey. They have the numbers now. They've weathered it. Bomb retrieved by Simple, sure, but he's already paid such a heavy price alongside Electronic for these jewels. Shox has found another double kill. This time in the Underpass. He's already caught Perfecto out once. Now twice.
All right, well, how do these 2 absolute monsters of the game isolate some jewels? Because It's a 2-on-4. There's 54 seconds remaining. They have a decent chunk of utility to work with, but they have to hope for a mistake. Vitality's been playing some very clean CS, but there's been a couple of moments where things have just not gone their way. Simple from sandbags.
Tough balance to strike for RPK. Oh, he doesn't get spot. Just in the nick of time. His flash will slow Electronic. Simple advancing on his own util. It's being held. Throwing the bomb across. It's smart. And he actually finds Masuta. Apex vulnerable. And they find the round clean enough. 5 now for Vitality. They are continuing to keep Navi on their toes. These mid-round aggressions seem to be the recipe for success. See that again. Flashed in and executed was Apex's flash.
They've identified a weakness quite clearly here, Vitality, or at least something they feel that they can exploit, and that is the connector position. It's going to be interesting to see how Navi try and plug that hole, or if there's any way that they can deal with it. They have to be more worried about it from this juncture onwards. It's hemorrhaged them some opening deaths. It's a part of the map they definitely need to make sure that they can stay fluid between these late round A and B hits and fakes. But it will just be the pistols once more, and Vitality should be looking very, very good for the 6th round. They're currently operating with 2 AKs, so that tells you how good things have been going for some of their players. Bank, not built just yet.
They're giving them nothing.
Yeah, and this time the passive approach, so not quite sure what Navi want to throw at them, but they've got monster presence quite clearly. That's going to be the likes of Apex tucked on in with RPK. Masuda will be dealing with Sandbag, but it's towards A is where the look in right now. Shox, he's going to hear that, he's going to spot that, and he's going to finish off Boomich. Information now to the other 3. Behind this divider smoke, had some choices, but it feels now that they know where Shox is, they want to isolate the fight. He wants a fight as well. Shox is more than happy to stick around for this one. He's got Zywoo just towards the back of sight here, flashing him up.
Oh, he's not ready for simple, though. This could be the punish. Shox does prepare. Handle it with grace. Doesn't have the bullets for the 4K. Electronic lives on. Perfecto, too. And he's looking for the Deagle headshot. He does line it up. Takes the head off of Apex. Making something out of nothing, but they just don't have the time. Bombs on long. They have to commit towards the site. If he could find Masuta, we could. We started to find a way back in for Electronic, but now no way.
He's going to save the M4 here, but...
Is there anything else there? He's charging forward.
Yeah, he should die.
Working on it.
There we go. So caught between some decisions right there, but Electronic goes down, and Vitality are keeping this relatively clean right now. Navi, they will be able to buy. Simple can finally afford the AWP, but we're 8 rounds into the game, and that's the first time we're going to see Simple with the big green.
I will say that Navi's CT side overpass is at times very threatening. So Vitality, by finding as much as they can here, really minimizing the room Navi will have to maneuver in that second half.
This is good to see them bouncing back, though. I want to wait and see if they can get a convincing half. It's fallen apart a couple of times for them.
Around this mark, around this juncture, we start talking about quarters because of Navi's resurgences in the second half of the attack.
It's a different look right now. They have 3 players over towards A, aggressive towards long. Shox is not left on his own right now, but there is a timing on how long Zywoo can support him for. Masuda's actually over towards the bathrooms position, and this is about to be a brawl.
Yeah, Zywoo's got a flashbang. He's just going to hold his own, hold his oar. Oh, they push, and he's found it. Shox continues to fill the feed. Is he really going to get away unpunished? Oh, he's absolutely doing the punishing. Spanks another 2. Boomich sent to an early grave. Perfecto and Flamey once again presented impossible odds. And it's RPK that confirms them. Just Perfecto hasn't even got a chance to throw any of his util. And he's faced with a 1v5. Shox holding down long. What a great choice and what a conversion. Zywoo pulls the trigger on 1. Shox doubles up. It's flawless. And they're not letting Navi do anything late.
Yeah, they're having a rough time of this one, Navi. They're getting handled by Vitality here. And Perfecto as well, coming out the off angle from Masuda. They grab a clean one. So 5 staying alive. And that's going to do wonders for the confidence, as now they're the ones who are putting the pain down range. 7-1 for Team Vitality here. We know how good their overpass can be. Has looked good. And there's timing for Shox. Here's the flash coming, pushes forward, gets a kill, tucks back in. So we're overseeing operations, just making sure it doesn't get too out of control. And that is a lot of impact from Shox there. The pistols again, so just one of these half-buy situations from Navi. They're not operating.
RPK to be tested, Masuta as well. And even Zywoo throws an AWP frag into the mix. Electronic can contribute nothing, but Flamey can. Only the one. RPK keeps things relatively controlled. Shox is going to get caught out here. Oh, Simple. Simple does find an AK-47, and he's partnered with Perfecto, both armored. And a 2 versus 3 against the odds, yes. Into the site, the plan. Masuta's holding this smoke as it fades, drops off. A gap now. Simple can exploit it. RPK is adjusted. And that should be all she wrote. A great flash. Tagged, hunted. Perfecto stands his ground. They do double peek. And we do find an 8th onto the Vitality board.
Look at that money now. Zoe up to 12K, RPK with 12K. They need to reinvest, of course, but Masuta doesn't. He's got 10K to his name, so things are looking great for Vitality now.
Still got AKs, man. They kept them in circulation for a while now. Thank you very much. Simple giving us a lesson in positioning.
Simple had a chance there on that RPK kill. That's unlike him in this series so far, just to flub a shot like that.
Yeah, you definitely caught him off guard, and you know Masuta would be alone against the 2 of them then. That could have been a very different round, but they hold on. Oh, and they're boosting onto the short pipe. A smoke, though, does guise this push.
Well, they've got respect in connector now. Look how far back Perfecto's having to play. Just watching this slither gap. So with Shox beating him in a couple of joules there, he is operating at a much slower pace, which means the default from Navi does as well. More pressure over towards B.
Oh, come off it. RPK, for the first time this entire game, decides he wants to walk up on the monster smoke. And his 4th death is handed to him straight through it.
It's a rough way to lose a player. And now it's going to be Zywoo just over there towards the A bomb site on his own. Information being looked for here. Apex and Masuta pushing forward. They do have a clear sewer. Only the backyard presence is being held.
Very nice. You can see that they had the flight paths covered for any potential setups. Perfecto, he's always working his way through that underpass area. Flamey trying to set himself up on Monster for the lurk. Navi can go either way with this. That's the beauty of having Perfecto in connector. Ooh, a switch up. Baiting Shox in is Zywoo's plan. You hear steps going back to the site. Maybe it's going to be an oversight in Electronics' path. Perfecto trying to sell it as best he can.
We know someone's close as well. Look at that.
Frag, yeah, that's going to get the CTs nervous. And another frag into the site, looking very good now. Zywoo and Masuta call to do the impossible. Tries to deny the plant with a bit of a Hail Mary shot, but this is Navi's round all over. Flamey catching Apex just confirmed things. RPK's death
They're
just
locked
gets
in right now.
systematically punished.
Flamey's got them locked in. They can't exit through B, and he's locking the door even harder by now repositioning towards Monster. Zywoo's dropped in. They want to take these rifles away. Sure, the money's good, but if you can punish the economy here, Flamey with a great kill. It's just Masuta. Last man standing over towards the B bomb site.
And Flamey's not going to stop this hunt. He'll use his utility to try and deny anything, try and close this gap in the half. Punishing the save is a big part of that, big component of that. They're pushing in. Oh, he's got Heavens to deal with as well. Yeah, no way. Navi post their second. Flamey some contributions on the hunt. Good to see him filling the feed a little bit.
If they have a couple of rounds like that where Vitality go to save again and they're able to keep it clean and hunt them down in that fashion, what you're going to see is the Vitality bank get broken very quickly. Saving is a huge component here of making sure you can stay threatening. That max loss bonus build, you save a gun or 2, you're dropping them across, you're keeping the buys. Apex, very frustrated. Obviously, this is a high-pressure situation. The grand final, the 5th of the year, will continue to pump that storyline, but he needs to keep his cool.
Oh, Shox is going for the coolest of maneuvers. Oh, it always feels like Electronic is ready for anything. Is he ready for that? Shox, as the smoke fades, is behind 2 of the Playground players, and it's Boomich that falls first. Electronic has to pivot now. Bringing the fight to Navi, and it's paying off. He is being hunted. It's Electronic. What have you got? Simple's behind him. Looking for the AWP shot. He's got Zywoo now in tow. He's called upon the cavalry, and it's working. Flamey's low. Perfecto's duked out with RPK, and much worse for wear. Perfecto being hunted by Zywoo now. God, they are just bringing the fight. CT aggression is the answer. RPK has to find Simple. Adjustment, nice. Bomb loose. Star of the show gone. And they're so low, they got nothing. 22 points of health between the 2 of them, but the AWP still works. Shox has been so good. And he continues to be exactly that. It's only Perfecto. ZywOo wraps it up. The two of them bring in the fight to Navi. I am impressed.
Yeah, that was rushed by Navi because they knew that there was two players pushing A. The B defender was isolated. Simple goes in alone. The low HP of Perfecto and Flamey doesn't make it possible for them to group up in the way that they would have liked. And that was well handled. It's a dicey round, but that's what we're expecting when these two teams go up against each other. A lot of mid-round biffs and brawls. They're more than happy to go for these duels. And there was a lot of pressure applied all across the map here. It was an aggressive stance from Vitality and one that pays off in the final stages. Just getting the better of the damage in those early duels. A nice shot there from Flame, but you can see just how easy this is. They walk on in, a stray bullet, that's all it takes. And they're back in this now. Apex out of his chair. He cannot sit down.
He really
can't. You can see how pumped up he is.
Ants in his pants. As soon as he doesn't have to be in his seat, I don't think he is. 9 for the CT side. Vitality, I told you, they do need to post as much as they can to prepare for the Navi defense.
Here's the deal right now. If Vitality lose this one, they're only getting 1,400 in the next round as the loss bonus. That's going to sting.
They've kept Navi oh so honest here. These aggressions, the long hold, Shox has been such an instrumental factor in putting these 9 rounds on the board. He's on 15 frags.
If Vitality lose this round, Navi get a real chance to snowball this half and get back with the 9-6 scoreline.
9-6 would feel like a loss in Vitality's book.
Yeah, especially considering how they've been kicking this one off. And RPK taking a very open position here, but it normally catches players off guard. It's on an angle you're expecting people to be standing in, right in the open, as Flamey's the man to deal with that. Simple's rotating back over towards A. This is looking more like a standard default. No real issues over towards Connector, but here's a problem.
Ooh, ZywOo looked away, second-guessed himself, and can't get the crosshair back in time. Flash to stop the hunt. RPK, balls of brass. Oh, and Apex has walked straight into the line of fire. A huge opening frag that does mean the CTs will have to look for info. And going for the long info is Electronic, hidden in the corner. ZywOo looks away again, 2 times he's been timed. And Electronic even jumping for the info, swings in and finds another head. Electronic leaps into the limelight. A big duel won by RPK, keeps the round within contention. He'd need a double. Masuta, what have you got? It's only the one. Electronic finding his triple kill. He fills the feed enough to convert a third. Lovely shooting from Electronic, man.
If they can get the chase out here and they can take this rifle away from RPK, look at what they're operating with. I said it's 1,400 loss bonus in the next. That'll put ZywOo at 4.4k. Shox will be able to get an AWP. But if you take this away from RPK, he's going to be operating with absolutely nothing, just 2.4. Masuta's going to have around 1.8k. Apex in the middles of the 3s. This is a big hunt right now. RPK needs to hold on to this rifle. Really only one threat to worry about, and it looks like Electronic's not going to go any further than this. So Vitality will have some questions to ask themselves at this point. The loss bonus, normally when you're operating with that 1,400, you want to go for a bit of a force buy, but at this stage of the game and more cash on the likes of Shox and ZywOo, what are you going to do? You could drop the AWP. Shox could even buy it and use it himself if they wanted. But this is what I'm talking about with the difference between what could be, you know, a 10-5, 11-4. Now we could be having a 9-6. Navi fans should be excited about the prospects of the next round. And that was with that Apex first death. So for him, if the emotions get out of control, that's going to spell trouble. They're buying in, so here we go. 4 M4s, they've got a FAMAS, Masuta onto a Deagle. They haven't gone for the AWP. No kit right now. Winning this one for Navi. Could be absolutely everything. Over towards B, there's more of an indication early. The 4-man lean is currently the hold from Vitality, and Perfecto flash forward, takes sewer control. Flamey now up towards the sandbag. This might be a quick approach. They're looking to see if they can find a pick here, and there is a slight gap right now.
Masuta gets a lot of info. Sees pins pulled, tucking in. Flamey's the one, though, and it's perfect. Good shot from Masuta to stop the swing. Another required. It's Boomich, and it's a good shot. Nice from Masuta. ZywOo's even contributed. Simple caught, and it's the headshot from ZywOo. Is Electronic allowed to enter the site? The flash deters him. And now they can set up. They've even got back across. I say that. It's Masuta with a third Deagle headshot. Big round from the rookie. In the grand finals, no less, he finds it and puts the 10th on the board for Vitality. They needed a round like that from Masuta. We haven't seen one yet.
He was the only one going into that round without a rifle, and he pulls off that magic. So great stuff. This shot here onto Simple. That's a big one for ZywOo to hit. And this is Liz just forcing forward with the Deagle, taking space. cracking open another skull. So that is impact, and that's the impact they need. Now up to 10-3 is the scoreline. Navi, they brought back in again.
These are all confidence boosters. Counter-Strike continues to unfold this ever-evolving puzzle. 10-man live solved puzzle. And there's so much going down already. I can see so much smoke thwarting initial transgressions. Towards the fountain they go. Don't forget, Shox' push has made them paranoid. You're paranoid about long now. You're paranoid about the potential for a party peak. You have to go through so many procedures because of the previous decision-making of your defensive rivals.
I think Shox right now is 5-0 in opening duels.
Yeah, that makes sense.
He's been getting a really good jump on Navi as they approach Connector, as they approach A. Has been very active in this. 5 multi-kills as well.
Quick smoke at the top along. They want ZywOo on notice.
They're playing 2 forward in toilet, so one of them can get thrown forward as a bit of a martyr, and it looks like Shox was having a look in there.
No way,
okay.
dude. Electronic. His suspicions are often rewarded. A spray onto ZywOo through the smoke. He's managed to inflict significant damage. ZywOo's operating on just 16. Apex, you sticking around, bro? Takes the duel, gets traded, 4-on-4 into the B site.
25 seconds, classic Navi. They're going to get locked out of this.
Yeah, there is always that flank. And Shox has got one of his own. Nice from RPK. Just a pillar of consistency. And Shox has swung in. Big frags, though. They can turn this around. RPK, crucial frag. He's gone down. Boomich has the time. ZywOo, don't forget, electronic smoke spray has brought him this low, and he's walking in with a USP. Boomich isn't ready for this. ZywOo, that is flawless. Normally, you'd be sweaty palmed. You'd be nervous. You'd be taking the AWP, looking for the shot on the plant, but he walks up with 7 HP and double dinks him in the side of the head. Couple for good measure after death. Post-mortem. 11 for Vitality. They are doing all the necessary damage here on this CT side to at least convince us there's potential for a 4th.
This is a great first half out of them, and they've been tested. There have been a lot of Navi buy rounds. They continue to get into sites. They continue to get the bomb down, and look at Shox there. Goes from worried to celebrations in an instant, and this is some good stuff. I'm glad that Vitality are bouncing back here. Now, don't forget, Navi, they got reverse sweeped earlier in the year by Astralis. EPL Season 12 finals. They've been in a final this year, and not just the Katowice.
Hello, Shox. Up to his usual tricks. It's usually Electronic and Boomich hunting for him. I wonder how they fare this time. Oh, I think he's on for another huge double kill. Shox has done it again. A round-winning multi-kill to start off proceedings. They didn't even have a full buy. Those rifles have been taken from them so early into the piece, and then you can count on RPK for a couple on the B hit. Shox can work on his flank. He may even catch the magic of that bomb. It's down towards T-Spawn. He hasn't pressed the issue enough. Flamey will recover that, and Simple trying to recover the round. Wins the duel on Apex. 1 down on B.
Lots of time, so Navi can just put the brakes on here. It looks like they want to take control back through Connector now. Simple.
But Shox' frags? Surely you're paranoid.
Yeah, they have to be worried. The issue is if they just hit the B bomb site, that's likely where the stack is. You can see that ZywOo helping out over towards B again, throwing down another smoke. That's going to lock off Monster. RPK even took a little bit of a look. And now with 40 seconds left, Navi really don't have too many choices.
They don't know what to do.
They have to go B.
This is the power of Shox' positioning and frags. They just accepted that they have to walk into what's likely a stacked site. This util better be good. Masuta. Oh, it was a team flash that gets him this first, and RPK can mop him up. It's clean. 12 Vitality. We are finally seeing signs of life from the French. Overpass as well. We'll be back with your second half and keep this juice flowing.
Cause nobody else is showing any empathy. Rudely awakened. thinking, did I do something wrong? Life isn't easy, why did you leave me here with my thoughts alone? I don't wanna wake up, messed up, 'cause I can't spend another day like this. Another type of caked up, break up, where I've been finding any way to my fix. But I need you now, 'cause I don't wanna be around. No, I don't wanna wake up, messed up. There's gotta be another way past this. I'm so sorry that I didn't go to therapy. Thinking everybody, even you's an enemy. Brutally awake and quite undertaken, did not do nothing wrong. Life isn't easy, why did you leave me here to get drunk alone? And I don't wanna wake up, messed up, 'cause I can't spend another day like this. Another type of caked up, break up, where I've been finding any way to my fix. But I need you now, 'cause I don't wanna be around. No, I don't wanna wake up, messed up. There's gotta be another way past this. If I am so wrong and so gone, miserable, won't you stick around just for some, be visible? But you don't, no, you don't care. Leave me to suffer, erase all the doubt, pouring Jack in my mouth, and a love with enough of the pain and the drugs to be present for now. But I'm right now, and I don't wanna wake up, messed up, 'cause I can't spend another day like this. Another type of caked up, break up, where I've been finding any way to my fix. But I need you now, 'cause I don't wanna.
It seems the only way to stop a god is to ascend yourself. 6-0 in opening duels. 6 multi-kill rounds. Shoxy Jesus has risen and has managed to make enough of a statement to convince us that this grand final may still have a little bit left in the tank. Our machine, I've got Sponge with me, and we are all watching the action unfold live before our very eyes as two of the world's best duke it out in the server. This is different now. Vitality have posted so many rounds on their defense that this attack, it can have its blemishes, it can have its oopsies. Navi will punish every one, but they are set to secure a potential 16. Chad Burchell's still skeptical. Navi have got enough to prove throughout Overpass. It's defense. They've seen this map work very many times, Chadney.
Yeah, this is going to be difficult for Vitality still. If Navi can get off to this pistol, grab themselves that conversion, well, they could be back in this one as quick as you like, because Simple, he's still fragging. He's dealt with a lot right now. They're closing in. He's the only man on A.
He's locked in. He has to stay here and commit to the fight, and they've overwhelmed him. He doesn't even get to do a single point of damage. It's fast. It's furious. And Masuta, he's lost his head. RPK trades Electronic and Simple down early as a dev. Brilliant start to a pistol round. And then looking to build upon it. Apex actually with some aggression. They want to deny it. Jumping in from the off angle. He adjusts nicely with Zywoo's help. And they finish it before it even gets going.
There's a clear indication in this map that Vitality have had a team talk and they've said, let's take the fight to them, because there's been so much aggression. They're happy there to keep their foot on the gas and barrel down, taking these duels, getting stuck in. And Shox, he was a member who was showing that in buckets and spades in that first half. Aggressive across the map, taking duels early and towards Connector. And at that point, he's really unraveled Navi's game plan. This was Navi's pick. They decided to take it here for map number 3 of the series. And whatever they'd been working on, whatever prep work they had done for their T side, well, it was blown out of the water. Now they're going to buy back in. They force bought, but this is do or die for Navi here on map number 3. They lose this, it's just going to be down to the eco in the next. And at that point, it's just Vitality waltzing across the finish line and taking us to map number 4. It's going to be a very strong rifle buy from Vitality.
Inferno next, right?
Bloody Galils, yeah.
Ooh, I would love to see me an Inferno.
We get stuck in about the whole Nevera, playing the outside of the orb, Zywoo anchoring B.
I mean, talking of Zywoo, I'm glad you were mentioning him, as well as his face being on our screens. He's managed to really keep not only himself afloat, but also keeping Simple honest, keeping 17-5. It is definitely time for him to start making a statistical resurgence. In the first time we've seen these two in a grand final. Number 1 and number 2 of the world battling for that top spot.
Right.
So not in a rush.
No, and it looks like B might be the finish. There's 50 seconds left. They have connector control, but with the bomb currently glaring in Monster, it looks like that's going to be the finish. Mollies are coming in, smokes are following.
Seems good. 2 to defend upon the smoke of heaven. The nades are great, though, and Perfecto's actually managed to find one with his. Masuta's gone, and there's chaos in the smoke, trying to stabilize. Finally, the frags favor them. Apex has found them both, lingering on the site. Simple's only got the scout for this fight. The wallbank's not looking promising. He's getting closed in on. Shock's tucked in close as well, just looking to preserve now, maybe.
Yeah, they need the double dip here. Shouldn't be hanging around Navi. Have to hold on to this upgraded scout, P250 and CZ. Vitality get away with that relatively cleanly. The nade damage was good, but then the skirmish around the smoke didn't fall in their favor, and Vitality are well, now in the driver's seat if they weren't already. It's difficult to see how Navi get back into this map. And I'll post some of the hurdles for you. Sure, they save these 3 guns and they get to have another crack in the next round of play, but this is already 14 for Vitality. Now, if you want to buy again, well, you can go for it, but if you're Navi, you're going to be operating with very little. You can see there the loss bonus that they're operating with, the 2,400. So your buy is not going to resemble anything that Navi can, that Vitality won't be ready for. And if they are even able to get across the line there, they'll still be operating with peanuts. So at this point of the game, it's Navi who really need to hope for a magic moment. They are going to take the conservative approach here. And they'll have guns next round, but this is already going to be 15.
Triple threat of RPK, ZywOo and Shox, all in form. Has been enough to get them here. Boomich using the kicked up water from the nade to peek and obscure his swing. Kind of like that. Nuanced, but cool all the same.
Yeah, it's just Navi have to hope that they get in the right place late round. We can see that Vitality being very, very slow in this default. They're going to use all of their nades, clear out the close corners, make sure these pistols cannot be a threat. Masuta even the one forward with the MAC-10. Once they have connector control, it does look like they'll go for another one of these B finishes. So again, in the skirmish, there is a chance for Navi.
Oh, wow. Boomich was fully blind. The second flash was designed for that. And he still gets the headshot. Navi, a threat. Shouldn't be much more, but the flashes continue to be a threat. That is the last one gone. And now the cleanup on aisle B. Perfecto goes down, RPK with a double, and Simple hunted down as well for good measure. That's 15. Looks very good for Vitality. They have not let Navi even think about digging their teeth into this defense. This is where they usually do the damage. It's not possible when they're already staring down the barrel of 15. A valiant shot from Boomich, despite the flashbangs, but upon the last little bit of that Navi utility, the rest of the frags just come easy.
I'm sure there's a mood change in the camp right now. This starts to feel possible. Navarra, the man you see there sitting behind ZywOo, he comes in again on the next map. You go to Inferno, where they have been looking a lot stronger in recent times. And Navi are going to be questioning what the hell happened. We're only 1 map away from this. It was our choice. We didn't even put up a fight. Looking very likely to be the 16-3 right here. Simple does have the AWP. They're not operating with a defuse kit right now, and they have to go for the retake. Keep smoke towards A. Electronic.
No one's checked it. No one considered it. Apex trades it, though. They advance. Bomb was loose. Yeah, it is wide open. Simple's rotating. Can hear the steps in toilets.
It's too late.
Feels late, especially with Flamey. That's such a Hail Mary. Drop the smoke now. Simple's got bank as an option. Masuta's util can sort us out. Bombs down Optimus, and Simple's burning. He has the AWP, though. This is for survival. Navi have to give it a go. A good angle held. Simple finds the first. Apex forced to watch as his team try and convert, try and pull us into an Inferno. Vitality on Navi's pick of the best of 5. Good nade damage already. Boomich down to 52. They close the gap. They're on the site. Toilets after plant. It's on Optimus. This is awkward. They can just hold it. They can just hold it. They are holding it. No way. He's still on it. Perfecto. The spray's not there. He's ninja'd it right under their noses. A full 10 seconds. And that's just a little bit of a wobble across the finish line. They've tripped over their own shoelaces there.
Yeah, delaying the inevitable right now. Navi with all 5 members going down. Sure, they get the round. Sure, that defuse comes through, but check out the bank balance. There's 4 of the players operating with less than 4,000. Perfecto, the only one with a truckload of cash, and he's just spent that mainly on utility, which means he's actually operating with an MP9 as well. So you win the round. You go in with 3 MP9s and 2 Famases.
Joy.
The AWP and the 4 AK-47s is what Vitality have, so you guys do the maths.
I'd rather not.
Well, everybody but Alex do the maths.
Yeah, I'll leave that to someone else.
Okay, Vitality can just go through the paces in the exact same fashion as they just did. Everything worked, besides the post plant. They all evacuated the site, maybe forgot where they planted, maybe getting a little bit too far ahead of themselves. But with the scoreline now 15-4, it's only a matter of time until they get across the line.
Caster's curse. ZywOo, though, onto Electronic. Bombs loose. If Boomich peeks in, ZywOo's missed it. That was a chance to really fully equalize. And now it's gone astray. Apex will have to respect that incendiary. He has no idea what awaits him around the corner, but that's given time for Flamey and Boomich both to rotate in. Nade looks promising too. Bang! ZywOo shaved down to 46, takes another pot shot, confirms there is still presence on long. They continue, shocks into the site. Boomich trying to stand his ground. There's flames everywhere, trying to get the bomb down. Looking good now for Vitality. Simple with only the FAMAS. I don't know if ZywOo caught a glimpse. He's positioning like he did. Oh, he's going to flank him. Shox is holding one swing. Simple will get it. Is he ready for this? He is. He jumps over the shot. ZywOo's gone down. Extra unload. Puts Apex into a clutch scenario. Navi are making it awkward. And Perfecto's managed to get across to the site. He's done the necessary. Another round pulled out of the brink of elimination. Navi find another. Simple besting ZywOo. It's getting closer and closer. But Vitality still yet to pull it across the line. They still have all the cash they need to splash. But Navi starting to be able to make a bit more of a round out of this now.
Jeez, it'd be 10 more rounds necessary. And that would have to be 12 straight rounds to take us to overtime here. Now, signs of life are good.
Jumps over the shot.
He got so lucky there. I love the extra bullets into it after the fact.
Just for good measure.
Yeah, just make sure he's not getting up again.
That's German. All is good in the hood.
Okay, AKs are out again.
Just get knifed at spawn.
It looks like we're calling off the round here, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. So we'll be restarting this one. Don't you worry. We fix these technical issues really quick around here. We'll get this one back underway. But as we take a look going forward, Vitality did have the 5 AK-47s, which means they can continue this onslaught forwards. Lots of typing going on right now, but
everyone's happy. We play on.
Hopefully as Larry. So here's the buy. AKs and everything they need. Apex is the only one missing a little bit of utility.
If a 10-second into defuse, Chad, translates into a second, then translates into a third, and then
it's 10 more rounds, all right? Once we get 5 more, I might start. I'll start having the conversation at double digits.
All right.
I'm not breaking the rules for the grand final.
Fine. Vitality, a formality. There you go. I'll keep cursing it.
Nice. Power we have. We actually go to voodoo school. See the things we learn.
Still working on my voodoo dolls.
But you didn't.
Okay, Shoxy's gone. Another early opening kill for Navi.
I hear that tone in your voice, Alex.
I'm just planting a seed, Chadney.
All right, we can work with one.
Oh, and he's even wallbanged him down to 50. That's an adjustment. Lol. He sounds like a teenager. That's crazy stuff. Apex gets away with that. This could be the start of the end. Navi taking info, and if Electronic was to advance up that ladder, of course, unbeknownst to him, the bomb lies idle.
This is quite the awkward fight right now. I'm not sure if I was going to come down and clear that deep in towards connector, so Electronic may have won the round just with his positioning. The bomb will get scooped up now. Apex is coming back through.
If he goes underpass, I'm screaming.
I don't think that'll be his avenue forward. Oh, throwing it further towards B. All right, well, ZywOo's actually coming back through underpass.
Oh, and he's not ready for Electronic in the discipline. Practices it for a second. And he'll go fake the ladder.
Cheeky boy.
Is he going to operate under the assumption that it's clear?
This is no time for
You think they've
Vitality
lost the
right
bomb now?
Yeah, there's just absolutely no time for this. Look at the clock, 20 seconds left. Even if Apex picks it up, they've already got players over towards B playing retake.
You called it, Chad. Electronics won the round.
Just with this cheeky positioning, that's all it comes down to. 15 seconds,
Yeah, there's
no time to
nothing.
plant.
Nope. The sound cue as well sold Apex down the river.
Wow, what a odd one right there. But Vitality, like we're saying, they just need that one more round, so they don't want to take any risks. The number disadvantage, no point forcing forward. Electronic, maybe he can get one after the time. Just wants that AK-47. So, 6 now for Navi. And a timeout for Vitality. Now, when you're on the cusp, when you're on the precipice of locking up a map, there's a lot of different options that you can go for here. You can try and be quick. Like, I'm not saying to throw the game away. You normally have a pocket execute or two that you can come out with, something to really shut the door on this. If you've been working on something and you have an idea of, you know, in a tough spot, use it here to try and close out the map. They're going to talk through their options. I'd be listening to the coach right now. See what input he has in this, because with just one round, if you let it get back and closer and closer.
You don't want to let anything, you know, you don't want to let doubt breed.
Yeah, well, the fact is that if you lose this, you've lost the grand final, your 5th grand final in the year. So close it down, keep your head above water, make sure that you can go onto Inferno, at least with a smile on your face. You've picked that one. You've allowed that to be the 4th map here in the best of 5.
It would roll out the red carpet for a 5-map affair. And we're off. A Tech 9 for Shox. He was only down to 2K, so he swallows the bitter pill. He'll be looking to find and show some aggression earlier. Molly's short to stop the early info pushes and trying to make it feel like a lot of pressure on towards B. That's Shox's mission.
3 through connector. Interesting approach here.
It's a different look. They're throwing us a different flavor, and you can see what it's done. It's got Navi on the defense. They're pulling out pins, and Simple's even just caught some flack from heaven.
They might find a timing here. Check this out. Electronic is isolated over towards Long. He'll be rotating back towards site, and Simple's just gotten into position now, so they might not expect them this close. This is quick from Vitality. Oh, Simple definitely knows they're this close. You wouldn't be throwing that utility otherwise.
He's got Electronic to count on. First flash arrives. Shox to break open the site. It's Electronic who stands his ground, reveals his location, takes a gamble. Simple's pulling the trigger. Another frag for Simple. Finally, he's shut down. They got time. The bomb will be planted. RPK taking space. Zywoo and RPK a chance here to finish it all and take us to Inferno. He's found Boomich. There's 2 more where that came from.
Blind.
Flashed and punished. 1 more and 1 tap. The tank seals the deal. And Vitality will go to Inferno with the smiles on their face, a little sunshine, a crack in the clouds, a silver lining to evade the silver medal. Vitality will go again on their pick of the best of 5. We will see Inferno. We will see a Nivera substitution again. 2-1. Vitality fight back.